we are. You gonna be okay?
Maybe.
Maybe. Is there anything I can do?
Tell me why you're doing this. Why are you helping me?
It's a long story.
I got a lot of time.
You know, my dad was a cop. He was the chief of police in Sacramento. And I looked up to him so much when I was a kid. When I was about 9 years old, I told him I wanted to be a cop. And I'll never forget the look in his eyes, because it's the saddest I've ever seen him. He told me he wanted better for me, that it was just all a lie. The cops were not superheroes. They weren't the wall between the innocent and the guilty. He said cops were like a dam. They were constantly trying to hold back evil. But that dam was always leaking, always ready to burst. So 12 years later, I ended up being about 2 weeks away from getting my Harvard law degree when I got a phone call. My dad had been murdered. Some psychopath that he'd put away 20 years earlier was released from jail. The first thing he did was pay my dad a visit. One evening, my mom walked into the house, coming home from the grocery store. And she found this crazy, sick bastard in the kitchen, sitting at the table right next to my dad. He'd slit his throat open, cut his eyes out. And he had his eyeballs on a plate, sitting right in front of him, staring up at my mom with this. Thank God my mom ran out of the house. She called the cops. Cops came by to pick this guy up. He didn't even resist. The bastard had been planning it for 20 years. So I skipped the bar. 8 days later, I joined the police academy. The last 10 years, my moral compass has just been spinning. Directionless. Out of control. I'm so tired. And just when I thought I was gonna break, you walked in. I can understand what you're going through. Now I see what you're dealing with. So there you go.